everyone. Welcome to this new episode of the series Making Peace with Your Ancestors. And I'm very happy to be here again, another month, another new moon, to do this beautiful work with the ancestral lineage. For those who doesn't know who I am, my name is Maria Saiz, and I have been doing this work for 3 years already, in the 2020 when I started working with the ancestors. But I had been working with SRT long time, since 2004. We are having the level 2 in November. Level 2 for people who wanted to take the next step in level 2. And we are having level 1 just come up. 4 people just test me at the same time and say, why you don't give another class? So I decided to come up with another class. It will be the next weekend, 23 and 24. So that was very unexpected. I say really beautiful that people are showing up to learn this system. Anyway, let's start with today, episode number 8, the healing. We have 11 steps in the whole process. We are starting with the acknowledgement in February, and then we are going to end in December with the gratitude, okay? So the healing is the number 8 in the whole step. When every time that you do a work with the ancestors, we go through all the 11 steps at the same time. But as I said before, I just separate them to better understanding. And each one of these steps, we go through 4 phases. We explained why the new moon. Then we go to understanding the healing in this case. We do the meditation. And at the end, we do the clearing for the toxic loyalties. Some people ask me, please, can you repeat why we do this in new moon? I did the explanation in the episode 1 and 2, if I remember well. But I'm going to do it again, just briefly, for people who are just starting today. So we do a new moon because we use as a symbolism. The moon has different symbolism in astrology, different. Here we are going to use the one that is serve our purpose, which is the moon is the archetype of the mother, the family, and the unconscious mind. Okay, the unconscious mind refers to everything that we don't know because we are not awake enough to know. We said that unconscious because we have no idea what is there, but actually because we have not learned how to read the signal. Okay? So that's what the moon is symbolized. Everything that is unconscious, we are not able to see the family and the mother. We use the new moon, the phase of the new moon. The moon has, as everybody knows, 4 phases. We use the new moon because it's the beginning of the cycle. It's a perfect timing for reflection, for introspection, for preparation for the next cycle. The best way to do this work is between starting new moon until the full moon. In this month, starting today, September 14, and you can do this work up to September 29 when we will have the new moon. Now, this is the perfect moment, but you can start any moment during the month. Okay, if you are not, I wanted to go and do each one of the video one after another any other day, you can do this, no problem at all. But the best time is a new moon, and not only for this ancestral work, for everything that we do in life, SRT, any other kind of healing, or even a project that we want to start. The best way to have more chances to the manifestation take place is when we start the new moon in that stage. We are part of the human being, are part of the nature, and then the best way to align with the nature is actually use the laws that are out there for us. So we respect the universe. So we are learning about when we can do things that are more open to us to manifest and to have a better life. in general, okay? So that's the briefly explanation of why we use the moon as a symbolism, and also why we start this clearing on new moon every month. The healing part is actually this, it is the establishment of the entire process of the previous 7 phases. Before the healing can take place, we started with acknowledgement of the situation that we need to clear, and acknowledgement of the ancestor himself. Then we ask the permission to open the family tree. We go and starting the opening and start doing the researching, the receptivity to get the information that needs to be released, the acceptance of that information, and then the compassion come along. When we accept the condition, when we accept that this conflict, this situation that I have right now is because it serves our purpose, when we accept that the ancestors suffered a lot during their life for any reasons, then the compassion comes up. Some people, because I heard some people say that they blame the ancestors or the family for the condition they have living in the moment, for the conflict that they have right now in the present in their life. And that's a really sad approach to that, because as we, do things in our present time, we probably are affecting the future generations. So the same thing, the ancestors in their present time, in their own consciousness, they did what they could with their level of consciousness, with the knowledge they have, with the resources that they have in hands at that moment. So we have to have compassion with them. Only with acceptance of the condition and compassion that we can move on to the actual healing that it will take place in this step number 8. So the healing also is the reason we are doing this work. Some people feel, can enter this work with just the idea of this is a beautiful work. I wanted to be in contact with that. I want to know more about my ancestor. That's great. But the majority of us enter this work just because I have a conflict. I need to heal something. I need to make peace with my own life, with my own family, and so on. So that's the reason why we are doing this work. A healing also means that we are achieving an objective and neutral approach to the fact, meaning the conflict. In other words, it stops the identification with the history or the story behind this conflict. In any conflict, any problem that we have, there is something behind, which is a story, and history or a story about why this conflict is manifesting right now in my life. So the healing, at the end of the day, what the healing means is to come to a neutral approach and a more objective approach to that conflict, to that situation that I have in right now. When we take a little bit of distance from the situation is when the identification drops, because the majority of problems that we're facing in our life of those when we're trying to find a solution about our conflict, a solution about our problems, it's because we are so close to the actual situation. So healing means is take a neutral approach. I can see the fact, I can see the conflict for a different space. So stop the identification, and from that it's really easy to get to a conclusion if that conflict has a solution or not. Because if it doesn't have any solution, well, the next step is just drop it, accept the way it is, and move on. If it has any solution, I will use my mind to help me to find a way of solving that conflict. So that this is, I think, the main achievement of the healing, to have a neutral approach to the conflict or to the situation that we are working with. And then the healing is the step when we enter the sealing phase of the whole process. Once the healing taken place, the next step is just honoring the ancestors, the reconciliation, and the gratitude. Some people ask me if Do I need to go to the honoring, reconciliation, and gratitude after the hearing? I will say it's beneficial because what we wanted to have at the end is gratitude to the situation itself. When we have gratitude, it's like we can understand that I taking something good out of that situation apparently that is not really good for me. It has a purpose. And the purpose is that I become more mature. I can see things from different perspective. I can embody the whole situation and I can help others because I already had experience. So the gratitude is really important key. Honoring the ancestors, reconciliation with the situation, and gratitude. So yes, I will encourage you to keep going, doing this work up to the end of the year so you cover the steps. Now I'm going to invite you to do the meditation. Let's put our feet on the ground, on the floor without crossing the legs. And then let's close the eyes. Let's observe the breathing the way it is, organically. Do not force the breathing at this moment. Just observe the breathe in and breathe out as we inhale and exhale without forcing the full process. We can feel the movement of our chest, expanding every time that we take a breath in, really organic and well. This gives you as opportunity to be here and now in our body in this moment. Let's give ourselves the permission to feel the body, to sense him. Keep observing the breathing in and out. When we observe the breathing, we have what we call conscious breathing. And the nutrient, the oxygen, everything that coming from the air feed us, not only the physical body, but our soul. Now, let's take a deep breath in, and while releasing the air, we drop the shoulders. Letting go all the tension in that part of the body. Let's take another deep breath in, and as we exhale, we release the heaviness of the upper body on the hips and let it go. We take another deep breath in, and as we exhale, we release more and more the tension in our body. Just relax and let it go. Letting go all the distractions outside of yourself. Putting your attention in the heartbeat. And observing any vibration or tingling in different areas of your body. Now, let's think about a situation, challenge, or desire that we wanted to work with today. Anything, the first thing that comes to your mind. Can be small, can be big, doesn't matter. And while you have that intention, challenge, or desire in your head, we visualize our family tree behind us in our back. And around the tree, we have all our ancestors from the 20 generations. We can sense them. We can feel them. All the ancestors from our mother's side are on the left side, and the ones from the father's side are on the right side. We don't force anything. We just let the vision comes to us. And if we cannot visualize, that's okay. The important thing here is to acknowledge them, that they are present all the time. We stay there for a few seconds, trying to perceive some sensation in the body, or perhaps any particular emotion or thought. Now, we begin to walk around the tree, observing any detail. Details of the branches, leaves, flowers, or even fruit. Observing the shape of the tree, where the tree is located, even if the tree has some animals, birds. Just let the vision comes to you. Keep walking around the tree and around your ancestors. They are there. And now I want you to return to the initial position, now having your tree in front of you. Now you can see all the ancestors. Without judging, see how they present themselves. They might come in human forms, or they can represent themselves with some color or energy, or simple through a feeling confirming that they are there. We stay there for a few minutes, bringing to our mind the challenge, situation, or desire that you wanted to accomplish, or situation that you want to solve. Now, that specific challenge, situation, or desire is coming with a certainty that is already resolved. we feel the peace in our heart that this resolution produces. We feel the lightness through our body. But we can also notice that maybe some resistance to accepting is as a fact. Now, putting the attention on the body, when we can see where the resistance is at some part of your body that it will reacting, and you will feel the resistance. That part of the body is where the old story about yourself and about the ancestors still is deposited. Can be the chest, the head, the legs, solar plexus. I want to identify just one. And using both hands, I want you to touch that part of the body if you can. Well, take a deep breath in, and as we exhale, we release the resistance in the form of energy residual, feelings, or thoughts. We take another deep breath in, and as we exhale, we release the resistance in the form of residual energy, feelings, or thoughts. We take another deep breath in, and as we release the air, we release the resistance in the form of residual energy, feelings, or thoughts. Now you can put your hands where you have it before. You can release your hands. And I want you to repeat the following sentence after me. Yes, I recognize all my ancestors as an important part of my life. Yes, I recognize all my ancestors as an important part of my life. I see them and honor them now. I see them and honor them now. Please, today we will free ourselves. Please, today we will free ourselves from any loyalty that is still giving life, for any loyalty that is still giving life to the toxic history that united us. To the toxic history that united us. Today, we free ourselves. Today, we free ourselves for any conflicts that, due to repetition or compensation, from any conflicts that, due to repetition or compensation, is affecting my life and our family tree as well now. Is affecting my life in our family tree as well now. Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for being here. You all belong to the past. You all belong to the past. And I belong to the present time. And I belong to the present time. This is my moment, here and now. This is my moment, here and now. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. Because it's been done. Because it's been done. We observe our feelings through sensation in the body. Thoughts, perhaps, coming to your way now. Take a deep breath in, while exhale the air slowly, while repeating, yes, please, thank you. And when we are ready, we can open our eyes. Now, we are going to take the time to do the clearing of the toxic loyalty related with the intention that you have set in the meditation. Remember that we are working with a representative, okay? Might be not directly the ancestor that you have loyalty, because we are working in groups. So it's really difficult to work like that. When you work individually, of course, we found exactly the number of the ancestor. Here we call the representative, can be 1, 2, or 3, we don't know how many, and they will bring the information to do the actual clearing, what's at the end, what we want, okay? Okay, so the first thing is that I'm going to ask the permission to open the family tree. So we are asking the permission. We ask the permission for the ancestors from the mother and father side, for each one of the participants here. We call for the representative so they can bring the information. We understand that everything is in divine and perfect and loving order. And if the permission is granted at this time, we will understand and ask later. Usually, I would say almost 100% the time the permission is granted. When you encounter that the permission is not given to you, it's because you might have some programs, like a self-punishment program or negative benefits or identification. So in that case, just need to clear your soul for those programs and then ask the question again. Okay? So it had been granted. We thanks for that. And perfect. So let's start with the first ancestors. And then let's see which one will come. Very interesting. So right now, they want me to go directly to additional key cast. In level 2, for the one has not taken the class, level 2, we have a chart. I'm going to show you for you. You see this, a chart that involved each one, first 4 generation, then the other 4 generation, then generation 9 to 14, and then generation 15 to 30. And then we have other aspect here, okay? Sometimes they say full clearing, so we have to go starting with the first one and go all the way, all the generations. Sometimes they ask you to go to directly to trauma, directly to past life, or directly to others. In this case, it's other cast of characters. It doesn't mean that there is not ancestor involved. There is an ancestor involved, and we are going to find out. But this other cast of character, meaning that this character in particular is really important for the conflict that needs to be resolved, okay? It's as important as the ancestor, has a really important role when the conflict was created, okay? So we are going to find out what is that key cast and proceed with the work. So let's find out. And this is coming from hold on, too many charts. Okay, so it's in the mother or father side. It's in the mother side. So this key cast belong to the mother side. And then we're going to find out who is the person. It's a maid, a worker. Okay, so it's a character, a key cast that was a maid or worker in the house. We don't know yet belong to what ancestor. We are going to go there, okay? And then it belonged to the mother side. So let's go back and find out where is the ancestor of what belonged to. And they say the generation 5 to 8. Can you tell me? Yeah, generation 5 is a female, is a male. So the ancestor is a male. Generation 5. Let's find out the number for the mother side. 49. So if we wanted to put the story together, it might be that this maid worker was working in the house where this ancestor 49 lived. Okay? But remember that this can be only the ancestor that given us the information. The important thing here is the key cast is real. Okay, now related with the ancestor, we don't know exactly. We figured out that 49, but the important thing is to heal the loyalty that you have with that character, with that key cast. It's like if something happened with that person. It's a female. Something happened with that female, and then we become loyalty with that person, to that person. We feel the pain, so we become loyalty with them, okay? Okay, so let's see what is the loyalty areas. What is the loyalty area here? Health. Something else? Any other one? Home, meaning what happened in the inside of the house. The home. What's something else? No. So let's go to find out home, what aspect. Exactly, what happened inside of the house. That's the only aspect here. And then we go to find out health. So what happened with the health? Have to be with working in the house, somebody who works from the house or in the house. And then we encounter here health problems. So we are going to find out is a health or is a ancestral trauma. It's ancestral trauma. We're going to explain a little bit about this, okay? But this cast of character is related with the loyalty that we have with them, and that is causing an ancestral trauma, okay? Of course, doesn't have to be anybody here, but some people here present are connected with this situation. Anything else? They say no. Okay, let's go and find out what is the conflict entanglement. Yeah, it's related with the slavery, prison, trafficking. Something else? Something else? No, that's the major things. So it seems that this maid or worker was actually a slavery in the house. Okay. Okay. And then we are going to find out when you decide to have the loyalty conception day. There is any other information here? Yeah, teacher point. Teacher point is when usually it's a role that we have in the family, but pass really fast because always are the youngest. Okay, so probably you already passed this role to somebody else younger in your family, but you are still carrying on the responsibility. So we are going to remove that. Okay. Okay, so let's start. We don't find out any more people because we are actually working with the KCAS, so no other people is involved with it. And then let's find out other blocks, repetition and looping, contract, something else, no. Okay, so we are ready to work with this KCAS connected with the 49, generation 5 for the mother side. So we ask Spirit, please, High Soul Spirit, please clear, heal the family tree for the mother side of this participant here with the intention that they have set in the meditation that are jeopardize the well-being of that person and of course the family as well. I want you to go to the mother side right now and start working with the tree from the root to the top of the tree. Go all the way, trunk, branches, twigs, dry flowers, root and fruits, dry leaves, anything that is no health, including dead animal. We wanted to have symbolically a really healthy tree. So remove everything that is not, let this tree grow healthy. Also replace the sadness, victimization, suffering, terror, negativity, conflict. As an invisible loyalties that had been created to for the lack of harmony and order in the family tree, in this case for the mother's side, that include this maid worker. We are working actually with the 2-3. We are working with the 3 of the main, and we are working with each one of your 3. So we heal like in equal because it's no ancestor. Ancestor is involved, but the healing is go between you and that KCAS. Please heal, restore, and transform this tree into a healthy, luminous, conscious, loving, joyful, peaceful, conscious one, where the order and harmony are established in each one of the members of these families, including the KCAS, so everybody can feel protected, loved, and overall free of loyalty. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Any other solution here? They say no. Any other solution? No need. What is the gift that you both giving to each other? Willingness. Something else? Love. Something else? Something else? transformation. Something else? No. Okay, thank you. Thank you for those gifts that you, each one of the participants here and the KICAS is giving to each other. So high self, please, the spirit downloaded to their system so they can embrace them, incorporate them, and express them in a conscious way every single day of their life. Yes, please, thank you, and yes, please, thank you. Okay, perfect, it's done. Let's go back to the main charts that I showed you before. Somebody else is coming. And then find out if we have another one. And then yes, so we go to the generation 15 to 20, all the way there. And we are going to find out is a father, mother side, is a mother side, generation 18. So keep working with the mother. It's a generation 18. So we are going to find out the number. We have to have the exact number because this is a way of giving recognition to that ancestors. And it's like we are talking with them. So it doesn't have a name, but has a number. That's what is very important to recognize it directly. So let's find out. So the first number is 5. The second number is number 1. Third one, number 6. The next one, number 5. Okay. The next one, number 1. And then there is another one here. Which one is the last one? 9. Okay, so number 9 meaning is a odd number. In other words, it's a male. So the number is 516519. So I'm going to ask if the information is correct. Yes. Okay. So let's go and back to see what is the loyalty area. Children. Dead. Personality. Okay. Okay, so it's children, death, and personality. Let's find out each one of them. Let's go to the children. You have to be with children's inner child or children. Inner child or children. Children itself. Let's find out about what happened with the dead. What happened with the dead? Rapist. Something else? Murder? Something else? Anything else happened here? Okay, so it's adjacent or dead? Okay, so rapist and murder. Here you go. And the last area was 8. And then was it was health, I think. Let me see. So death, children, home. Okay, so let's go home and find out what is the situation, intimacy. So you see that these things happen at home. This whatever situation happened at home. It was a murder, was a rapist, and then yeah. Okay, so can you tell me what are the conflict? Yes, rapist, abuse, torture again. Physical and mental illness. It's a physical and mental illness. Something else? No. So when decide the participant to have those loyalties? Birthday, the moment that you were born. Also know you were born. And then now we are going to find out other kinds of characters. They say no other kind of characters. And then other blocks. Repetition and looping. Something else? No. Okay, so we are ready to work with this mail for the generation 18. So we are asking Spirit to please clear the family tree for the mother side, keep working on the mother side. For each one of the participants here of the intention that they have set in the meditation that affecting the well-being of their themselves and the family as well. Please, Haisel, go to the mother side, left side of the family tree, and start working on that tree from the root to the top of the tree. Go all the way, trunk, branches, twigs, leaves, flowers, fruit, animals, whatever you find that is not healthy, that is dead, that is dry, that is rotten. We wanted to have symbolically a really healthy tree. So you need to trim the tree, just go and do. Also replace the sadness, victimization, fear, struggling, suffering, as an invisible loyalty that had been recreated because the lack of harmony and order in the family tree for the mother's side. Please heal, restore, transform this tree into a healthy, conscious, loving, joyful, luminous, peaceful one, where the order and harmony is established in each one of the members, especially in the participant here today, so they can feel completely loved, protected, and overall free of loyalty. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, any solution? Solution here, they say yes, colors. So let's put here colors, and we are going to do it in a little bit. Okay. Gift, humor, really important. Healing, protection, consciousness. Something else? Thank you so much for those gifts. Number 516519, ancestor, for those gifts. Each one of the participants here received them with love and respect. This high self spirit downloaded to their system so they can integrate them, incorporate them, embrace them, and express them in a conscious way every single day. Yes, please, thank you. Yes, please, thank you. Any gift back to the ancestor? They say no. So let's find out there is anything else. Anything else to work here today? So let's find out there is some hidden ancestors. Sometimes they don't show up. They say no. Again, any other hidden ancestors? No. Okay, so we have to work with the ancestral trauma that is related with the 49. Let's find out what happened with ancestral trauma. Okay, so so let me know if social, meaning what happened in the social outside of the family, is in the family itself, or is a personal? Yeah, it's the social. It has to be with ethnicity. Something else? No. That would come in at the trauma coming. The nation of the trauma is ethnicity, meaning it's a social, it's something outside of the whole family. And we call trauma in this case because it's a lack of adaptation. The trauma comes when there is an stress. Always there is stress in a situation like that, of course. But when we don't overcome, there is no adaptation to the situation, that's when the trauma comes. And then, of course, it can pass generation by generation. Actually, we're working here. This is not far away. This is just a generation 5, but it can, coming from even further back. Okay, we have already found the nation. Let's find out what is the trauma, what is involved in trauma. So it's symptoms of trauma. So probably some of you might feel the symptom of trauma. You don't have the trauma itself. Sometimes the trauma passes right away, and then we feel it like hours. In this case, are just symptoms. I feel something that is, I might live, for example, just an example, I might live in a really nice environment with a good neighbors and everything, but I feel something there. And it's probably it's not even hours, probably not coming from them. It's just a symptom that I can sense in, and the symptom coming from that ancestors. Okay, so let's see. Sometimes it's more than one. They say no, it's just a symptom of the trauma. Okay, so where is located the trauma? The trauma always is stored in some part of the body. So let's see. Okay, it's stored around the nuclear shell of the DNA. Okay, it's not in the DNA itself, but it's around. So that's a good thing because it can be modified. Okay, it's no information in the DNA that we cannot change. Good. Now let's go and find out what areas are compromised in this trauma. Children. Something else? Something else? Happen at home. Let's find out the children. What aspect of the children? Children in self, meaning in general, or inner child? What referring to? Children. 2 kids, more than one. Okay. And the other one is home. So what part of what's happening at home? It's intimacy in the home, meaning lack of intimacy, lack of union, lack of love. Something else? And it's of course there is a family inheritance, a heritage, family inheritance. It have to be with the physical appearance, is the name or the career, the name. So it might be some name repeating. Okay, and then what the name is, when the family inheritance, everything that we got the family can manifest in 3 ways. Through the name repeating, through the career, because we are taking the same career, or our career is blocked, or physical appearance. In this case, is the name. The name has been repeated through generations. Okay, and then let's find out what is the conflict in self. The conflict in self. Yeah, it's an illness. It's a physical and mental illness. Something else. Mental illness doesn't have to be extreme. It can be like anxiety or depression or something that is not balanced. Doesn't have to be extreme. Something else. Yeah, there is adoptions. There is a shame, adoptions. Something else? Anything else here? No. Okay, thank you. When this loyalty was taken in place, when the participant decide to take it in a conception day, there is any other information, they say no. And then let's find out these other people involved, maybe in the family or somebody else. Okay, so it seems that some descendant and children have this trauma as well, descendant from us, not us as a children, but our children or our kids and the family. Something else? No. Okay, and the last thing that we ask is other blocks. They say no other blocks. Other blocks here? Yes, yeah, it is. Contract. Terms and conditions. Something else? No. I like to ask several times because sometimes it doesn't give you the information right away. Okay, so we are ready with this ancestral trauma. And then we start with the 49. So we are asking, Spirit, please clear the family tree. We work this time with the mother side. The ancestral trauma that coming from the 49 and is manifested, might be manifested in the physical, it might be manifested with a name also, because that part of that, and it's just a symptom. It's just a symptom. It's not a real one embodied. It's just a symptom. So we are going to work with that. So Haisel, please, Spirit, to clear that ancestral trauma in the family tree for the mother side that are jeopardized or blocking this challenge, this conflict, this situation that the participants set in the meditation. So it's jeopardizing this resolve of that situation or the manifestation of that desire they set before. I want you to go to keep working with the mother side. Go again to the mother side and start working from the root to the top of the tree, all the way. Trunk, branches, twigs, dry flowers, root and fruits, rooting fruit, dead flowers, anything that is dead, that is not alive. You need to trim symbolically the tree. Just go ahead, please. We wanted to have a really healthy tree so they can start coming up and growing in a healthy way. Also, please replace the sadness, victimization, fear, suffering, shame, conflict, frustration, as an invisible loyalty that had been created due to the lack of harmony and order in the family tree for the mother's side. Please clear, heal, restore, and transform this tree into a beautiful, loving, joyful, peaceful, conscious one, where the order and harmony is established in each one of the members, especially the life of each one of the participants here and their families. And we make sure that this ancestral trauma is being solved, dissolved, healed completely. So they can feel completely loved, protected, and overall free of any loyalty to any ancestral trauma. Yes, please, thank you. And yes, please, thank you. Okay, any other solution here? Any other solution? No. Okay, so gift, courage. Something else? No. Thank you so much for that gift. Please, Haisel, download it to the participant. They accept them with love and respect. They receive them with love and respect. Download it to their system so they can embrace it, incorporate them, and express in a conscious way. Yes, please, thank you, and yes, please, thank you. Any give back, they say. Okay. So let's find out anyway, just in case there is any hidden ancestor here. There is anybody else here? Any other aspect we need to clear? They say no. So let's go to the color. I'm checking if there is nothing missing here. Yeah, let's go to the color. What is the color that are needed? Black. Apply, remove black. Balance out the colors and the family tree. There is any other one? Gold. apply or remove, apply. This is a really beautiful sign, had been sealed, the work. Apply the gold. Thank you so much. Okay, done, 100% infinite done. Okay, so, and now we are going to close the family tree. Thank you so much for each one of the ancestors that came, including the key cast for show up, so we will be able to clear here the family tree for the mother side for the participant here. You all are very important, are part of their life, but you are part of the past, and they represent the present time here now. So we are very thankful for your gift, for your legacy. Thanks to all of you, we are here in this moment, in the history of this moment. So we give thanks for that, for being alive because of you. Okay, done. It's closed. Okay, so that's the work for today. I'm really happy that we could do this. This is the first time, I think, if I remember well, the ancestral trauma came to one of these meetings. So that's a really beautiful work, and I'm glad that we could do it today. So thank you again for participating, for being here, for keep believing in this work, and we will see each other next month for another new moon with episode number 9, which will be the honoring.